Hi, welcome to Dancing with Bears. Hope you enjoyed today's video. It's kind of a accumulation of what I'm going to be doing, and so it's going to show some of my favorite buildings that I'm taking ideas from or that I would like to build someday, and it'll show the shed again that I will be moving to here because I never could get the materials to actually build something here, so I'm going to just take the shed apart and move it here. So I'll have those materials. I'm gonna need a little bit more than those, but we'll basically be moving the shed, making it a little bit bigger, and a platform for it to sit on. So that's what this video's pretty much about, where it's gonna sit and what we're gonna do. And as I explained at the end of the video, I was gonna put some figures on the more plywood, etc. that I'm gonna need. But I'm not back at the bus yet, so when I get back to the internet and can look that stuff up, I'll let you know how much more that's going to be. Hopefully I'll have it covered, but it might be a little bit, I might need help. So anyway, stay tuned and see what I'm up to. Thanks. I'm sorry, I discussed how much I'm going to need, and that's terrible. I am really grateful for all the help that I have gotten. There are some coffees and people that have helped out immensely, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I've had some other, actually it was before Jeannie was with him, David Stiles books on cabins, and he gives you a lot of good advice on here's the plans and the layouts, and this one's got some nice history, like Emerson, the cabin Emerson lived in. Where are those? So it's got stick built and pole built, all kinds of stone cabins, and he's really good. I like this guy. So I'm going to get this book. Actually, it's online for $16, so that's pretty good. This is Henry David Thoreau's house that he built all by himself. It's really cool that he's got this underground place, root cellar, for his food. I would love to do that, but I just don't think I can dig a hole. But we'll see. We'll see how much of a hole I can dig underneath my little cabin. I thought my cabin, this one's supposed to be pretty teeny, but my cabin's going to be smaller than that. So he said he built it for $28.12, but that was way back. So yeah, this is a good book. This looks like the plans of my neighbor's cabin that I showed a couple weeks ago. It says it's 12 by 14, which unfortunately is bigger than I'm allowed to do now because they made the size smaller that you can do without a permit. It might be worth talking to them about a permit. Maybe the permit wouldn't cost much for a building this small. But this is the directions in this book on how to build it. And I like that it says, this simple cabin should be fun to build and can easily be accomplished by one person in less than a month. Which means it would take me at least one summer. But it could be possible. Well, my Indian sign was, the plant was a thistle. And I'm at the Restore junkyard right now, and there's all these beautiful thistles around this toilet. I just had to take a picture. My animal is an otter. I forget what else she had in that little pack. Okay, Oh my goodness, I ran out the door at 7 this morning. Forced myself to eat a piece of toast. I had 4 almonds and half an apple. Because I just can't run out and not eat anymore. I get real shaky. So I forced myself to eat something. I came on over. I got the pile up there organized and got all the whiteboards under cover. And then I came down here to where the layout for where the shed's going to be. So the shed right now at the Mesa is, I'm going to go over here, I think, or else go over there and sit in my rocker for a minute. I'm going to go sit in the rocker. Hang on. Oh, shoot. Now I'm over here. You can't see. Oops. Oh, I'll have to go back down there. Take another picture. I don't have any makeup on this morning. Oh, well. Such is life. Anyway. So I got the layout of where the deck's going to be made for the shed. Because where the shed is now at the Mesa, it's just got a dirt floor, which I'd consider doing a dirt floor, but I can't. I'd have a whole lot of digging because, again, I'm on a hillside. So I'm going to just still up one side of it, and it'll be better with a wooden floor anyway. So the shed at the Mesa is 12 by 4. There's a 4-foot piece of plywood on the outside, and the county counts the outside measurements, not the inside. Of course, the inside measurement of that 12 by 4 is less 4 inches because of all the walls on each side, so that's 8 inches shorter. So it's not even a 12 by 4 room. But anyway, so here I was going to extend the wall some to get the bathtub in and everything, which the bathtub I have to put on the deck before I build the shed around it. Used to build homes and often you put the tub in before you build around the walls around the tub. So anyway, I'm going to put and it's a antique clawfoot tub, so I don't want anybody to steal it. So I'm going to put it in there and then build around it. Well, the deck that I'm building here, so at home, or at the Mesa, it's 12 by 4. And I was going to extend it out so that I could put a bed in there. So it would be 12, at first I thought 12 by 8. But then I'm counting my pieces of plywood and trying to conserve the money. So I thought I better make it 12 by 6. So the bed's just going to be a mattress that's blown up so it can fit in 6 foot. And there'll be a platform with storage underneath it. And then the tub will be in there. So that's going to make the outside measurements of the shed a 12 by 6. Well, it'll be a little bit more than that, maybe, just to make up for the, yeah. Anyway, so that's well below what the county will allow, the 120 square feet, without a permit. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to make a 12 by 12 platform out here. And I'll sit the shed, the 12 by 6 shed on it, which will make about a 6-foot deck out in front of it, which will be nice. And when the county counts your footage that you're allowed, which a 12 by 12 would not be allowed, but they count the roof. So the roof's only going to come out to the 12 by 6 point, so it'll be okay. So that's what I'm going for. So now I'm going to get back up out of my chair and go back over there and show you where the 12 by 12s are laying out and how much. And I still haven't decided if I want to get rid of all that scrub or if I want that in front of for my front yard, just to kind of keep everybody away. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to show you the measurement. Okay, so I probably showed this before, but this is kind of the 12 by 12. I am refurbishing whatever material from my neighbor's where he lets me stay in his cabin, He's rebuilding a lot of his older cabins and walkways and decks and all kinds of stuff because they were rotting out. But he's got this great big pile of that he's going to have a big bonfire of pieces of wood that he's replaced with new wood. And personally, I think some of the old wood is not bad. So I am going to be using some of it. And he had also told me I could use some of the new boards that he's getting dropped off for his new building. And I don't know if I should say this, but personally, I think one reason he's telling me I can have the new boards is because I think that it was him or he who cut down a lot of my big trees here before I moved in. I had a contract on the property, and you could walk up through there, and it was just pure woods. And now, if I get on the other side of these trees, you'll see it's just barren. But somebody had come in and cut 3 large trees, and when they pulled them down out of the mountain, it just tore down a bunch of other little trees. It was just a mess. It looked like a bomb had gone off. So when I told him I was just having a fit about it, I had to put my fence up before I could build anything because I was so upset about people poaching my trees. So he kept saying, well, they were dead trees. They were dead trees. And I'm like, no, I got pictures of the one is very alive. And they had left one here that had fallen diagonally. They either couldn't get it out or were going to wait till it died and get it the next year. I don't know. But anyway, they didn't get it, and I put the fence up before they could get back in here. So he kept saying, oh, they were dead trees. And I'm like, no, they weren't. And then I was talking to a guy that was staying in another one of my neighbor's cabins, and he was talking about the fact that his family owns a sawmill. And that's where all the wood that's laying over that they had brought over to him, to my neighbor, for him to build his new decks and stuff, was from their sawmill. And I thought, yeah, they're probably my trees. So the neighbor told me I could use some of that wood. So I'm gathering some of that. So hopefully I won't have much cost at all in this building. But, you know, just the cost of screws these days is immense, and nails. And I'll need some cement for some of the foundation and all that sort of stuff. So any contributions would be greatly appreciated. You can buy me a coffee or send it through the Walmart MoneyGram. And that would be cool, so I can get this little building going. And I'll get back with you soon on my progress. There's the cabin I stay in. Okay. Whew. So these 2x, I don't have to measure them. I think they're 2x8s by 12s from the mill are normally pretty heavy, but of course I pick a day that's rained all night to move them, so now they are really heavy. Oh my goodness. But I want to get them underneath the tarp before I go back to the bus, because when I come back I'm going to be hopefully get a deck built really quick. Yep. And somebody mentioned a strap on these bushes instead of a chain, which I don't know if my straps are long enough, because the truck would be sitting here. I'm not sure how far in here I can get it anyway, because you can't turn it around over there. I don't know. I decided to dig them out, but that's when I thought they were this small. But now that I know there's some that big, I still think I want to pull them out. I've got a friend in the canyon that When he gets some time, he'll probably help me pull them out. And I decided to leave all that. I kind of like that as a front yard. It's nice and green. And from the street, I really like that coverage. And this ground coverage, evergreen cover, must be a male-female situation. And this big one must be the male, because I saw a little one over here that's got berries all over it. So either it's a female or the big one's just too old to have berries. I don't know. And they kind of look like juniper berries. So I need to look this up and see what kind of ground cover it is. It's very invasive, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I think it's, you know, nice green, naturally grew here. I didn't bring it like I'm going to bring the thistles. Yay, my hair's done. Oh yeah, it's hard to keep up without any running water. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to put together some figures on, I've done it once before, the cost of 3/4 inch plywood versus 1 inch 1x8s from the sawmill. And I've had it all figured out that really it's cheaper to get from the sawmill, the boards. So in some instances where I would have used plywood, I can use the boards for a little cheaper. I think that's still true, but I haven't gotten any figures recently on how much each are. So I'll figure out when I get back to the bus on which is the cheapest, because I'm still going to need about maybe 3 more pieces of plywood at least. Might need about 6 pieces of plywood or the equivalent of boards. So I'll have to see how much that's going to cost me. And I'll let you know at the beginning of my next video, because I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And I hope you... Sorry, there were some four-wheelers coming by. Very noisy, so I ran inside for a minute. So anyway, I hope we'll wrap this up, and you can like and share and comment and subscribe. And remember, Clovis and I love you. Catch you soon in a few days. Bye-bye.